starring Simon Baker, tonight on CBS. It's all here.
That's what I think about you and your Monte Carlo designs, or whatever you wanted to call this enterprise.
That was a very expensive sign.
Well, take it out of my first paycheck, Craig.
All right, fine. You don't like my suggestion for our company? I take it you have some suggestions of your own?
I do indeed. And it's the simplest solution around. It's worked for designers for centuries. Ralph Lauren didn't name his company after himself and his COO, did he? No, he named it Ralph Lauren. Calvin Klein didn't name his company Calvin Klein, Dewey, Cheatham, and Pow. He named it Calvin Klein. And now that I'm playing with the big boys, there's only one name to name this company. Carly Tenney. Period.
Jack, how good to see you.
Hey, Rosanna.
Have you come here to bury Jessica or to praise her?
Jessica Griffin was one hell of a DA. Anybody with half a brain be sad to see her go.
Speaking of half a brain, will Carly be joining you?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, you'd better plan on her being late. She and Craig are in a meeting or whatever. But I'm sure she told you all about that.
Yes, she's gonna meet me here as soon as they're finished at the Lakeview.
The Lakeview? Is that what she told you? They're not at the Lakeview. Oh, dear. I hate to think that Carly's lying to you already.
Well, I just hope Jessica gets here soon. I've got a meeting at the studio in a little while.
What time are you due back at the hospital, son?
I got a few minutes to burn. You know that blonde over there?
Of course, it's Rosanna Cabot. Why?
She introduced herself the other night. She offered to build me a pediatric ICU.
Really? Why didn't you mention this before?
Because she wanted something in return.
I'll bet. What was it?
Information on the anonymous donor to the burn unit.
That's a bribe if I ever heard one.
It takes your breath away. Actually, you know, I think maybe Rosanna and Craig deserve one another.
She's waiting for an answer. How do you think I should handle this?
What's everyone doing here?
This was supposed to be Jessica's victory party.
So what, they've all come to give her their last respects? No. Call the last call. Tell them all to go home. It's over.
Did Paul come up with anything on that videotape?
He said it was a bust and that we have absolutely nothing on Marshall Travers. I can't believe this. He won. He really won.
So let's put our cards on the table. Election's over. You were handed the district attorney's office, and I want to know why. What do you have on Jessica that forced her to drop out of the race?
I must be misunderstanding something. It sounds to me like you're accusing me of blackmailing my opponent. Dr. Harris, I might be guilty of many things, but
Ben, wait. You're way off base
All right,
here.
then give me some straight answers here, not the spin job you're feeding the press. I want the truth. You conceded before the election was even over. You gave up your job, a job that you love, to a man you say you can't stand, and I want to know why.
Hey, come in.
I was going crazy the whole ride over here. You know I love surprises.
And I know you hate to wait.
Well, then stop torturing me. What is it? Tell me before I scream.
And wake up the whole house? You trying to get me kicked out my first day here?
What? Holden asked you to stick around and help with the kids for a few days?
Something like that. Actually, I'll be helping out a lot around here.
Well, that's great. My grandmother lives just down the street and over the hill, so with a pair of her old opera glasses, I can probably see all the way over here.
Do you think you'll be able to see my room from your room?
Your room? Wait, you're moving in here, this house?
No, Holden just asked me to move in. Totally blew my mind.
That's the best news.
So you think you can take a guy like me being your neighbor? I can't believe this. I'm finally dating the girl next door.
Aaron, do you know what this means? Means everybody finally sees you the way I do. Now everybody will know the truth.
Aaron said he wanted to be a hero, so he could stay in Oakdale and be part of the family.
Got his wish, too, didn't he? At least for a little while. Do you think Aaron started that fire just so he could save those kids?
No. I confronted Aaron about it earlier. He denied it.
You don't expect an arsonist to admit starting a fire.
Aaron is not an arsonist. I know him.
Really? For how long, Abigail? A few months while he's living all the way out there in Luther's Corners? What could you possibly know about him in that amount of time?
I know that he's crazy about his little brother, and that he would never do anything to hurt Luke or Will.
Good point. Very good point. But what if he didn't know they were in there?
As the World Turns is brought to you by Imitrex. Ask your doctor if Imitrex is right for you.
How was I supposed to do my job? 15 newborns and a migraine that just wasn't getting better. So I talked to my doctor. He prescribed Imitrex.
Imitrex targets your total migraine. The pain, nausea, sensitivity to light and sound.
Some pain relievers are made for general kinds of pain. Imitrex is targeted. It was the first medicine of its kind believed to target the nerves and blood vessels that can trigger migraine without drowsiness. Imitrex is not right for everyone or every migraine. If you have certain types of heart or blood vessel disease or uncontrolled blood pressure, you shouldn't take Imitrex. Very rarely, certain people, even some without heart disease, have had serious heart-related problems. So talk to your doctor, especially if you have risk factors for heart disease such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, or if you're pregnant, nursing, or taking medication.
I can't let a migraine call the shots.
Talk to your doctor and target your total migraine with Imitrex.
Our celebration of 100 years continues at the JCPenney Fall 100th Anniversary Sale. The lowest prices of the season store-wide. Plus, buy one, get one for $1 deals through Wednesday. It's all inside JCPenney.
Calendar check. It's the beginning of the month. It's Jet Dry Day. Give me some more Jet Dry. Bullseye. Another sparkling load. You're shining. You love it.
Jet Dry. Once a month, every month for sparkling dishes.
Come on. You can do it. Just 30 seconds of Listerine. Twice a day. Sure, it's a little intense. But think of all the germs you're killing. Listerine even kills the germs that can cause plaque and the gum disease gingivitis. That's right. You're fighting plaque and gingivitis every time. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't wimp out now. There. See? You can handle it. Germs can't. Listerine. Worth the time, every time.
Leaks. Help stop them before they start. No diaper does it better than Huggies Ultra Trim. No leak is a good leak. Stop that leak. No diaper does it better than Huggies Ultra Trim. No leak is a good leak.
Get into the amazing race as teams chase each other around the world. Anything can happen on an all-new Amazing Race, CBS Wednesday.
How to be chic on a shoestring tomorrow on The Early Show.
What if Aaron started that fire just so he could be the big hero who put it out? He thought he could keep it small. Thought the barn was empty, right? Until he heard the boys inside screaming. Now, instead of just saving the barn, he gets to save 2 kids' lives.
You don't know Aaron. If you did, you know he would never do anything like that.
You already said Aaron admitted he'd have to be a superhero to stop Holden from sending him back to Seattle.
It was just a casual mark. He didn't mean anything by it.
That barn was torched, Abigail. Set ablaze on purpose, and Aaron is the only one with the motive. He had a barn full of flammables, tinder, and a book of matches from Seattle.
It doesn't prove anything.
It's a damn good place to start. On an impulse, he lights a match, sets the barn on fire. Then he hears the kids inside screaming. Next impulse, he runs inside and he saves the kids.
You've taken everything I've said and you've twisted it around. Yes, he's impulsive, but he's not destructive. All Aaron's ever done is save lives. From the first couple weeks he came to town, he saved me from Mary, who was trying to hurt me. He's helped the police before.
Before he was about to be sent away from his family. The only problem is Aaron's impulse came too late for Will. My son is in a coma.
Yes, and I am sorry about that. But it's not Aaron's fault. He pulled Will out of the flames. I don't believe this. Your whole scenario, it couldn't have happened.
If you don't believe it, if you think Aaron is so innocent, why did you confront him about the fire?
Marshal, would you give us a few minutes?
As you wish.
Jessica, this is me. There's nothing you can't tell me.
I know.
Is Travers threatening you or Bonnie? Well, you have to tell me. I can help you.
Ben, no, it's nothing like that. I promise you.
Then why were you in such a rush to concede?
Did you see those exit polls? I was trailing in every precinct.
Jessica, you've always had strong support from the working class. There are thousands of people who haven't even made it to the polls yet because they're just getting off their jobs. And you just told them, don't bother. I don't get that.
I just couldn't stand it anymore. The waiting, the questions, the smile. I just wanted this whole day to be over with.
That doesn't even make sense. You wanted this job. You love being the DA. I asked you to pull out of this race weeks ago. You remember what you told me? You said all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men and women to do nothing. You said those are the words that you live by. So how can you just hand that man the district attorney's office?
I made the right decision, Ben.
Because what? Because Travers threatened to go public with what he has on you?
What could he possibly have on me?
The fact that you're seeing a man, you're having an affair with a man that you have no business being involved with.
What are you talking about?
Jessica, stop lying to me. I want to know where you really were last night.
You want to call the company Carly Tenney?
Yeah. Carly Tenney. My designs, my name.
Well, I'm sure it's a real fine handle back in Bum's Butt or wherever you hail from, but where's the magic? Creativity, the pizzazz?
In the designs. It's a perfectly good name.
You're rejecting Monte Carlo, which conjures up images of azure blue seas, five-star hotels, tuxedo croupiers, tanned heiresses, adorned with priceless jewels. For Carly Tenney?
You're smarter than you look.
Carly Tenney. Carly Tenney. Well, I suppose you could corner the market in mobile homes.
Don't you insult me.
Come on down to Carly Tenney. Great deals on double wides.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Blue Blood. You never minded my humble beginnings when you were trying to get me in the sack.
Well, that's because I'm result-oriented. But this isn't personal. I've got a business and an image to protect here.
Your image? Your image as what? As a crook or as Rosanna Cabot's boy toy?
Without my boyish charm, there wouldn't even be a company.
So I'm supposed to share billing with a guy who slept his way to the top?
Well, all right, let's call it Mrs. Jack Snyder and specialize in smocks.
Without me, you wouldn't have a smock to sit in.
Without me, you'd be baking cookies for the Milltown PTA.
I'm not changing my mind.
You expect me to?
Oh, swell. 1 week in business, and I already wish we weren't.
My. Time sure creeps along when you're kept waiting for someone, doesn't it? Perhaps this is Carly being fashionably late. Well, don't worry. I'm sure her meeting with Craig is just taking longer than expected.
If you're trying to get under my skin, Rosanna, it ain't gonna work.
Well, my. We've certainly changed our tune since the day you begged me to stop Craig from going into business with Carl.
Hey, I never beg.
An impressive imitation.
Life's too short to worry about things that you can't control.
Well, I spent too many years not fighting for what I wanted.
I see, so now you're throwing down the gauntlet. Hey, Detective. Chris, I heard you were back in town. How you doing?
Hello.
Rosanna, can I have a minute?
Oh, of course. You don't mind?
Oh, no, please. Take her away. Here we go.
Are you worried about her being a bad influence on her son?
Not for 1 minute.
You're absolutely certain about this?
I saw a copy of the canceled check in my dad's office.
And it was made out to the Oakdale Memorial Burn Unit Fund.
Yeah, and the name on the check was Craig Montgomery.
I like to shop every day. 8 a.m. sharp, Sal's Fruit Market. Oh, he's got the best tomatoes in town. When I started chemo, my doctor said that I might become anemic, maybe feel weak. I never expected to be too tired to make it to Sal's. The day that he had to deliver my order was one of the saddest days of my life. Thank you, Sal. I asked my doctor about Procrit.
Procrit is for chemotherapy-related anemia in patients with most kinds of cancer. If you're on chemotherapy and too tired to do the things you used to do, talk to your doctor about Procrit to regain red blood cells. And more red blood cells can mean more strength.
Welcome back, Mrs. Mantini.
Procrit is proven and safe. In studies, only diarrhea and edema occurred more often with Procrit than placebo. Call now and learn how Procrit can help you get back the strength you need. Your strength for living.
Buying fresh takes a little more energy, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, he's really taken us to new levels.
He's brought customer service to a whole new level.
I think we were somewhere in here,
I think he's sort of raised the bar.
somewhere in there, between there.
You know what he's all about? He's all about this, not about that. What's that gonna get you?
Oh, he deserves this award. There's no doubt about it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If this Pine Sol cleaner makes 14 buckets of cleaning power, whoa, then guess how many buckets this Lysol makes? Only 5. So to get the same cleaning power in this one Pine Sol, you'd have to buy 3 Lemon Breeze Lysol. 3. Now, I'm not made of money, honey. Choose the power of Pine Sol, the smell of clean. Oops, almost forgot, honey. Here's a new smell of clean. New Orange Energy Pine Sol. The power of Pine Sol, now with natural orange.
Mom takes Metamucil. I never will.
That's what you think.
I found a better way to take my fiber. Benefiber. Unlike Metamucil, it won't get thick and gritty. It's taste-free, too. Mom can have her Metamucil.
That's what you think.
Benefiber makes taking fiber easier.
Hey, little M&Ms. Wow, great costumes. What are you guys, like 4 or 5?
46.
All right, yeah, okay. Here you go.
You don't understand, Slick. We're here for the party.
Yeah, that's cute.
Put your hand down. I got the pace.
With hand-picked jalapenos and crispy onions, the fresh taste of paste salsa gives you a true Southwest experience.
Ready? And go!
That was great.
Now let's try the hot.
Paste Southwest by the bottle.
You mean to tell me with all the surveillance equipment that Paul set up in Travers' secret hideaway, he got nothing?
Paul was even more bummed out than I was, and since he's been arrested, he can't go anywhere near Marshall. Is this nightmare ever gonna end?
Hey, guys.
People.
She keeps accusing me of keeping her bedridden.
Oh, well, it's all for your own good.
Ah, did you hear that? She said it, not me.
No, being out around real live people, that's what's good for me.
Are you sure you're up to this? Oh, you know the redhead. She'll do anything for her friends.
Come on, Jessica needs all of her friends around here. There's no place else I would be.
Well, what is this nonsense I heard about Jessica conceding the election to that snake in the grass? I want to hear her side of the story.
It's time for me to go.
Oh, honey, okay.
Um,
Excuse us.
Sure.
Did Rosanna take the bait?
She took it and ran. She seemed pretty ticked off.
Well, that's what she gets for sticking her nose in other people's business.
Also might make her question what she's doing with Craig.
Well, I gotta run. I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next day.
All right,
Ah, the romantic life of
Bye.
an intern. Mission accomplished.
Oh, leaving so soon, are you?
Yes, something came up.
Well, I do hope everything's all right.
If it isn't, somebody has a lot of explaining to do.
Come on, just sit down,
All right,
please.
all right,
Just
all
sit
right,
down. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, I'm thirsty. Maybe you could get me, say, the biggest flute of champagne ever, huh?
Perfect. Tomato juice. On the way. I'll be right back.
Got your message?
Yeah, well, Hal thought he was giving me just busy work when he told me to track down James Stenbeck from the privacy of my own home, but guess what? I did it. I found him. I found your father, Paul.
So what, you checking up on me now, Ben?
Yeah. And I found out that you weren't at Al's last night like you told me.
This is starting to feel like an interrogation.
No, I'm sorry, but I need to know the truth. I keep feeling this distance between us, Jessica. You keep shutting me off. If there is another man in your life, just tell me.
All right, I did lie about last night, but not for the reasons you're imagining.
Then why?
It's the constant pressure. All the attention from the press, from friends, family, strangers. I just needed to get out of here, Ben. I just needed to get away. So I got in the car and I just drove. I don't know where I was going. I just drove and I ended up in Chicago. So I went to the lakefront and I parked the car and I just walked around for a while and thought about things. And next thing I knew, the sun had come up.
You couldn't come to me? Talk this through with me?
You were operating on Will Munson most of the night. You had enough on your mind. And I just really needed to get away from the people who cared about me and who had an investment in me winning this election. I needed to think about what I really wanted. And I remembered what I told myself the day I took the DA's job.
What was that?
The minute that I no longer enjoyed the work, it was time to go. It's time to go, Ben. You know, I said that if I didn't win overwhelmingly, then I just didn't want the job.
You couldn't tell me that.
Ben, when you were operating on Will last night, did you ever hit a difficult part where you just wanted to throw down your scalpel and walk away? Have you ever walked away from a challenge? I just didn't want you to think any less of me.
You're crazy, you know that? You are the smartest woman that I know. And if you took the time to think this thing out and come to a decision that you felt that was right for you, I'm behind you all the way.
Man,
Hey, you did the right thing. Listen to me. I'm lucky to be the only man that's in your life.
You will always be the only man in my heart.
I'm up in my new room, and I can hear all the voices and noises in every room in the house. I can hear Lily, my dad, laughing downstairs. I can hear Faith and the babysitter playing a game, like Faith's going crazy. Little Luke's downstairs on the phone. He's telling his friend blow by blow about the fire.
Probably telling his friend what a hero his big brother is.
Lucy, being in the middle of all this, it's like the coolest thing ever. And I have all this, and you.
Hey, guys. Lucy, how are you? Nice to see you.
Hi, Holden. Aaron and I were
I was just telling her how happy I am to be in the house with you guys.
Well, everybody's pretty happy about that, too. In fact, so happy that they're not getting ready for bed. So, how about it, big brother? You ready to help lay down the law?
You mean I have to read them bedtime stories and tuck them in, stuff like that?
Yeah, stuff like that. Just until they know that you're here for good, though, okay?
Yes, I can get used to that. Me, Dr. Seuss, and Mother Goose, bedtime is never gonna be the same. Is it within the rules to let Lucy upstairs to see my room?
Sure.
Yes.
Want to stay for dinner?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Hal.
Sorry to drop by again.
Come on in. What's up? You have some more questions for Luke?
Actually, this time I want to speak to you about Aaron.
We're showing off the practicality of Scott tissue in a place where common sense reigns supreme.
In Scotland.
I like the name. Light her up! Every roll has 1,000 sheets.
1,000 sheep? Not sheep. 1,000 sheets.
And it's soft as a lamb in April.
Here you are. Thank you. Look what she gave me.
It's too good for you.
It's mine.
Everyone here agrees. You should get it for your clan.
Scott tissue, common sense on a roll.
Was this kilt thing your idea?
You're 2 years old, and you idolize your big brother. Right down to his underwear. So Pampers is introducing new Easy Ups, training pants that feel more like underwear than the leading brand. And they go up easy, like underwear. To you, they're not training pants. They are underwear. So get ready for the real thing with new Pampers Easy Ups. Now you'll find great new designs, including Elmo, in every bag of Easy Ups.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
No matter what's going on outdoors, it's a beautiful day indoors with Downy Clean Breeze. Line-dried freshness comes inside when you drop the Downy ball in at the start of the wash. It releases itself in the rinse. Line-dried freshness, whether or not, from Downy Clean Breeze.
Wish you could say goodbye to split ends?
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more.
Now there's new Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal made just for dry, damaged hair. The creamiest Pantene Pro V formula ever. Gives up to 10 times more damage protection, so you can say goodbye to split ends.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
New Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal. Pantene Pro V. So healthy, you'll love your hair.
Introducing Seasons Freshness, the freshness of the seasons and the antibacterial strength you trust from Mr. Clean.
On Justice for All Tuesday, a Marine admits to killing his wife.
Self-defense, yes.
But wait until you hear the twist.
I don't believe him.
An all-new Jag. Then, attorney Nick Fallon has always trusted his dad, but more than 30 years ago, his father buried a secret, and now it's coming back to haunt him.
You're gonna take him out of the ground?
FBI, may I have a word?
You blackmailing my father?
This stuff always comes out in the end.
This compromises you.
What you're asking me to do, I can't do. All new Guardian after Jag, CBS tonight.
If I had a man like Hefty,
he'd always be coming up with new ways to impress me.
Hefty the Gripper. The first kitchen bag with a stretch and grip top so it hugs the can and won't slip.
Oh, and he'd know how to hold on tight.
Then he wouldn't cave under pressure. Nothing's made like the Gripper. It stretches, grips, and stays put so it can take it like a man.
And when I'm done with him, ciao, baby.
Bye-bye. So long. The Gripper from Hefty. The strong, dependable type.
A baby with a heart defect. An extraordinary surgeon who must save his life. Watch Vital Signs, Saturday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m.
By calling Consumer Credit Counseling Service, we can help you get out of debt.
Can you lower our bills into one monthly payment?
Yes, we can at Consumer Credit Counseling. And in many cases, we can help waive or reduce interest charges completely.
Can you help stop the collection calls?
At Consumer Credit Counseling, we can help eliminate collection calls by working with your creditors directly.
Can you help me now?
Yes, we can. Simply get your bills together and call Consumer Credit Counseling Services to receive your free financial consultation.
Watch Center Square's Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, only on Hollywood Square's Dynamic Duo Week.
Today at 4 on CBS 2.
Don't miss the new drama Presidio Med, Wednesday on CBS. It's all here.
Must be nice for Aaron. Living in this big house with his dad, not too far from his girlfriend, all the comforts of home.
What are you getting at, Al?
Right before the fire, you were ready to send Aaron back to Seattle, am I right?
I changed my mind. Is that a crime?
Well, Aaron must have been relieved not having to go back to his state where he's got a police record.
That was a juvenile offense, and the record is sealed. What is your point, Hal?
Aaron here now?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer any more questions until I find out what this is all about.
Spoke to more witnesses after I interviewed Luke today. I think Aaron knows more about this fire than he's telling us.
If you're trying to pin this fire on Aaron, you're crazy. He would never do anything like that.
Right before that fire started, was he or was he not about to be sent back to Seattle against his will?
What does that have to do with
it? Now that he's a big hero, picture in the paper, he's part of the family.
You want to know how things really happened, or are you trying to just twist things around?
All I want is the truth about the fire that almost killed my son, Holden.
Hey, what's going on here?
I want to bring you in for questioning, Aaron.
Would you mind getting that for me?
Yes, I do mind. I mind very much. And while we're on the subject, there's a long list of tasks I mind performing, such as making your coffee, or changing the tubes of toilet paper, or running errands for you.
Craig Montgomery? Yes. Yes, from Women's Wear Daily. I remember you. How are you? Oh, an interview with Miss Tenney? No, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Are you out of
your
mind?
No. It's a little early yet for Miss Tenney. You see, we haven't even agreed on a company name, so we've decided to put all publicity on hold.
We have decided no such thing.
No, but thank you for your interest.
Wait.
Yes, no, we'll be sending a release. Thank you.
Hello? We have decided no such thing.
Exactly.
I see. Well, if you think that you can blackmail me into accepting this preposterous name of yours.
Oh, hooray. Trouble in paradise?
I thought you put a bell on her.
We were just deciding on a little company name.
Well, my money financed the company. Why don't you name it Cabot Designs?
No. Because, Rosanna, when a woman goes up to another woman and she says, "Oh, you look terrific. Who are you wearing?"
She'll say, it's a Cabot.
I'm designing clothing, not Studebakers.
Well, if they're well-made, expensive, and sexy, what's the difference between my cars and your clothes?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Well, it's the right octane. We just need to set a little distance. Anyway, I've got the perfect name. Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo. Montgomery and Carly. Where does the Cabot fit in?
It doesn't, which is probably the only thing in its favor.
Travers, Jessica explained everything to me, and I understand, and I support her decision to concede the election. So you just better be up to the job.
No hard feelings? Jessica, I meant what I said before. I'd be crazy to let your skill and expertise just walk out the door. I'd love to have you on my staff.
You couldn't afford me, Marshall. In a couple of weeks, I'll be the one charging those outrageous hourly rates, and you'll be the one trying to get by on the DA's pittance.
At least give me the chance to change your mind.
No, this is not negotiable. And we need to get out of here. I have a party that I certainly don't want to be late for. Goodbye, and good luck.
Thank you.
You found him? You're sure?
All right, now we gotta talk fast and make it look friendly. Because if Tom thinks that this is anything other than a casual conversation, I've been tracking down Stenbeck instead of recuperating, he's gonna murder me.
No, we can't have that, can we? Especially when you've done the impossible so casual it is.
Uh-huh.
What'd you find?
When your mom stabbed Stenbeck, oh, she caused a very serious wound to his pancreas.
Here, I thought all he had inside were maggots and worms.
Oh, so, according to his emergency room records, his physician prescribed a very rare drug that's unavailable in the U.S.
You don't say?
Mm-hmm. So I was able to track down James Stenbeck through his prescriptions.
You have no idea how much I want to kiss you right now.
In that case, I can hardly wait to tell you the rest. Your father's been a very busy traveler. He's gone from the Far East through Europe into Central America, and he's now in a town called Matamoros.
Mexico?
Mm-hmm. It's right across the Rio Grande from Brownsville, Texas.
So my father's sitting right on the border, waiting to see if Marshall gets elected DA.
You know, you really gotta smile when you say that, buckaroo. So what are you gonna do?
Prove I'm my father's son. Beat him in his own game.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
For when you need it most.
Uh-oh.
Our longest lasting Energizer Max ever.
What was that?
Energizer Max. Do you have the bunny inside?
Mama keeps our house clean with the magic.
Only Clorox cleanup spray has Clorox bleach to remove set-in stains like this that other spray cleaners can't.
Mama's got the magic of Clorox.
When you have acid reflux disease, heartburn boils up again and again.
But bad as the heartburn can be, the real threat is what lies beneath.
Over time, that burning acid could wear away the lining of your esophagus, and even if your heartburn symptoms aren't severe, the damage can be.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Your doctor knows about a purple pill called Nexium. Nexium goes to the source of the problem, actually reducing the amount of acid your body creates.
For many people, one prescription Nexium a day provides complete 24-hour
Day and night heartburn relief.
And importantly, Nexium is proven to heal acid reflux erosions in the esophagus. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist. The most common side effects of Nexium are headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Talk to your doctor and call this number for more information and a free trial offer for Nexium.
Relieve the heartburn, heal the damage. It's possible with the purple pill called Nexium.
Now it's easy to scare up some special Halloween fun that you can make together. Cookies. Pillsbury's easy to make pumpkin, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I made Casper.
And sugar cookies are a tastefully tricky way
Moo.
Moo. For you and your little goblins to make Halloween a treat.
Pillsbury, my heart to yours.
Who are you?
I'm Snuggle.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm Snuggly Soft. Come on, squeeze me.
I will not.
I make towels fluffy, blankets cuddly. I'll fill your house with snuggly softness.
Please leave.
Bye-bye.
When it comes to real softness, there's only one Snuggle. Snuggle. There's no substitute for softness.
Someone's watching Judge Amy Gray, but the closer she gets to finding her stalker,
Let's get together.
Leave me and my family alone.
the more terrifying the situation becomes.
Hey, Amy.
You stay away.
I make house calls. I know where you live.
Who is it?
All new Judging Amy, CBS tonight.
Wednesday on 60 Minutes 2, Faith Hill is one of music's biggest stars. But now she tells Dan Rather she's about to change everything. Wednesday at 8, 7 Central.
You don't mind if I have a few words with your immediate superior, do you?
Oh, no, not at all. Take all the time in the world. I'll just be looking around. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a painfully short list, dear.
Sorry I'm late for the party. We held up negotiating.
That's quite all right. You didn't miss much.
Yeah, well, how are things going at the polls, anyway?
Well, Jessica seems to have thrown in the towel. She didn't even arrive by the time I left.
Well, doesn't sound like much cause for celebration.
Well, I did hear something rather interesting.
Do tell.
Well, I can't be sure if my sources were just toying with me, but I do have to know.
Does it concern me?
Are you the one who made that anonymous donation to the burn unit?
And who told you that?
Doesn't matter. Did you? Are you lying to me?
What, the donation that gave Mike Kasnov a job in Oakdale? Why would I want that?
To drive me crazy, perhaps.
I could think of a million ways to do that. They're a lot cheaper and a lot more fun. What I told you was Lucinda. You don't believe me? Well, what does it matter? Who cares about Mike Kasnov? The only thing that matters is right here, right now.
You are yummy. And you have such a very naughty way of making me feel very foolish.
Will you
Come
go
to
ahead?
the party?
No, I can't.
Why not?
And we haven't even agreed on a name yet.
What are your options?
Well, I suggested Monte Carlo, and Carly wants Carly Tenney.
Carly Tenney?
Yeah, why don't you be the tiebreaker?
Why don't you tell her that if she wants to name this company Carly Tenney, she can finance it herself? I'll vote for Monte Carlo.
Oh, great minds think alike. And I'll see you later.
Be good.
I'll try.
All right, Montgomery. You win.
Aaron is not going anywhere with you.
No, it's okay. I mean, I have nothing to hide. I didn't start that fire.
Glad to hear it. Then all you gotta do is come down, answer a couple of questions. We'll clear this thing right up.
Any questions until an attorney is present. Till we get a lawyer, you don't say a word here.
Good. I'll see you at the station. You don't have any problems coming downtown later on, do you?
No, I don't. In fact, the sooner we clear up this insanity, the better.
I'll be waiting.
I thought this was all over.
Not for Hal. He's got a case to solve. His son is in a coma.
Yeah, but Will would have died in that fire if Aaron hadn't saved him. And instead of blaming Aaron, they should be thanking him.
Should I pack my bags for Seattle?
No, you don't need to pack anything. Nobody should do anything right now. I'm gonna call Tom Hughes. I'll be right back.
You know, when Lieutenant Munson came by before, he said he was going to ask me some questions. No big deal.
Yeah, but now it sounds like he wants to interrogate you.
Yeah. How did I go from hero to suspect in 2 hours? I mean, what the heck made him change his mind?
Whatever it is, it's just a misunderstanding. And between Holden and Tom, they'll straighten this whole thing out.
I don't know.
Well, I do. I know you didn't do anything wrong, and so will the police. It's gonna be okay, Aaron. It will.
Gentlemen, looks like you're going on a manhunt. Actually, we were just wondering why you two had your heads together over there. We were just catching up.
Hey, he's telling me how absolutely gorgeous I am. You got a problem with that?
Not I. Excuse me. Excuse
Hello,
me.
Tom Hughes.
Haven't you been in enough hot water today, Paul?
What? What, is it against the law to talk to an old friend? The election's over and Travers won. There's nothing more I can do.
Keep thinking that way.
Will do, Detective.
You keep getting better, you hear me? We miss you so much.
Oh, I'll be back to work before you know it. So, where's your beautiful bride-to-be?
That's just what I was gonna go find out. Tell Tom I said bye.
So what's up? Something important?
Duty calls, I gotta get you home.
Wait, what? Why? We just got here. The guest of honor isn't even here
And
yet.
you have a phone, you can give her a call. I gotta get down to the police station and meet Aaron Snyder, which means your playtime is over. You gotta get to bed.
What happened with Aaron?
I'll tell you on the way. Come on.
Hey.
You're here just in time to say goodbye.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're late, but I'm so glad you could join us tonight.
Well, I want to stay, but the warden here says no.
Well, you broke my heart. I wish things had gone the other way for you tonight.
Oh, no, things went the way they should. I made the right decision, and I haven't been happier in weeks.
Really? You sure everything's okay?
Yeah, never better, really. I have 2 more weeks in office, and then I have my life back and all the time in the world to spend with the people I care about.
Mr. Travers, I didn't realize that you were in here. Congratulations on winning that election.
Thank you.
How come you aren't celebrating?
I've had enough excitement for one day.
I know what you mean. We've had some excitement of our own around here earlier. Had to call the cops and everything.
You don't say.
Yeah. Last thing I expected to find in that broom closet was a guy watching TV, but there he was, snug as a bug, feeding me some story about...
A man in the closet?
Yeah, can you believe it? What kind of moron makes off with a TV and tries it out before he takes off?
What happened to the man?
Cops got him. Good riddance, I say. Maybe you'll be the DA in the case. Wouldn't that be a scream?
What did he look like?
Late 20s, about 6 feet tall, blonde hair, clean cut, well-spoken. Not your typical burglar.
You'll make a wonderful witness. Would you mind closing the door behind you on your way out?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. I voted for Jessica Griffin.
Premature babies need extra care in the hospital and when they go home, especially in the cold and flu season. Preemies up to age 2 are at high risk from a potentially serious virus called RSV. Thousands are hospitalized every year. It can be prevented. Help protect your preemie from serious RSV disease. Call your pediatrician today.
With Feline Pine, it's simple. To stop litter box odor, you need this. Feline Pine destroys odor naturally, without chemicals. It absorbs moisture and odor like thousands of tiny sponges. The box stays dry, and cleanups the snap. Feline Pine stops odor, guaranteed.
Our celebration of 100 years continues at the JCPenney Fall 100th Anniversary Sale. The lowest prices of the season store-wide. Plus, buy one, get one for $1 deals through Wednesday. It's all inside JCPenney.
These things are amazing.
Introducing Saran disposable cutting sheets.
No more worrying about juicy, germy messes on my kitchen counters, in my restaurant, or at home.
New from Saran, they're the first absorbent disposable cutting sheets.
Look, cut right on them. They soak up the juicy, germy mess Then, just toss the whole thing. No kitchen is complete without these.
New disposable cutting sheets from Saran.
They cut out the mess.
SC Johnson, a family company.
My brother Danny and me, for as long as I can remember, we've been competitive about everything. He got a new truck, I got a bigger one. I've got a family, he's got a bigger one. That's the way it's always been. And my doctor tells me to start taking an aspirin every day for my heart. Just one St. Joseph aspirin. It's smaller than a regular aspirin, but he says that's all I need. So maybe bigger isn't always better. Try telling him that.
St. Joseph aspirin. Trust it with all your heart.
Critics are calling White Oleander a drama of the highest level.
We just love her.
A trio of blockbuster performances.
I will not lose you.
Alison Lohman, Robin Wright Penn, Michelle Pfeiffer, Renee Zellweger. White Oleander. Rated PG-13. Starts this Friday.
Why worry? Relax. Trust Dulcolax, the overnight laxative more doctors recommend. It's gentle enough for sensitive stomachs, yet strong enough for complete relief. So relax. Trust Dulcolax for overnight relief, guaranteed.
They're obsessed with power and play for keeps. The Spaulding men control an empire.
We'll just see about that.
Joan Collins is Alexandra Spaulding.
If you sabotage my marriage and my company, I will personally wring your neck.
Guiding Light, only on CBS, the #1 daytime network.
I got in touch with Tom Hughes. He's going to meet us down at the station. Maybe we can get this thing cleared up tonight.
Is there anything I can do?
Matter of fact, there is. If you could stick around here, that would be great, just in case Lily needs anything.
Sure.
You better run.
I'll be back before you know it, okay? Can't keep the girl next door waiting, right?
So, you changed your mind.
It's a woman's prerogative.
Dare I ask why?
Well, I was just looking around, and after I was done cursing your name and how you're always trying to get an angle and always trying to get your way, I thought about what a sneaky little liar you are.
Oh, stop. I'm blushing.
And how you got Molly out of a bind when you lied to Rosanna about the anonymous donor for the burn unit. And you're the one who had to do God knows what to finagle this company away from Rosanna. I don't know what you did or how you did it. I only hope you had your shots.
What is your point?
Well, maybe Monte Carlo isn't such a terrible name. Maybe if I learn to work with the name, I'll learn to work with you.
Well, I think you've just made the right decision.
Now, let's save that for another time, okay?
Why? Next time I get my way?
All right, we'll do just a little, very small bit, okay? Because
what?
I was supposed to meet Jack like an hour ago.
Well, you
so
can't
I really
celebrate the beginning of something big with a little droppy.
Okay, so we're going to toast to the fact that Jack probably despises me right now and that you got your way.
Well, I handled you anyway.
In your dreams.
Well, there and somewhere else. But anyway, I like the fact that anytime you and I have a good disagreement, I can just draw Rosanna in and you'll go over to my side just to spite her.
Get over yourself. And don't get used to winning. This is only the beginning.
That's why we make such a great team. You always keep me on my toes.
To Monte Carlo.
To us.
So what was so important that it couldn't wait till next week?
I think I know how Marshall Travers won the election and why you didn't put up a fight.
You can't argue with the numbers, Paul.
Picture speaks 1,000 words when it comes to videotape.
What is that?
Pretty sure you wouldn't want Bonnie or Ben Harris to see what you were doing with your opponent the night before the election.
Destroy that tape, Paul.
Give me one good reason.
It's over. And if Ben found out, he would never forgive me. Now give me the tape.
I like you, Jessica. And I respect you more than you know. Which makes what I have to do all the more difficult.
What you have to do?
I'll do anything I can to keep my father from controlling the DA in Oakdale. If that means holding this tape over your head, then I'll do it.
What do you want from me? My hands are tied.
You have 2 weeks left in your term? Before you leave office, there's something I need you to do.
With the Martha Stewart Everyday White Sale at Kmart, you'll wake up to good mornings. Choose your...
Yes, Thursday will keep you guessing. First, it's a...